Letter 64 to the Honourable Daines Barrington. As the effects of heat are seldom very remarkable in the northerly climate of England, where the summers are often so defective in warmth and sunshine as not to ripen the fruits of the earth so well as might be wished, I shall be more concise in my account of the severity of a summer season, and so make a little amends for the prolix account of the degrees of cold and the inconveniences that we suffered from late rigorous winters. The summers of 1781 and 1783 were unusually hot and dry. To them, therefore, I shall turn back in my journals, without recurring to any more distant period. In the former of these years my peach and nectarine trees suffered so much from the heat that the rind on the bodies was scalded and came off, since which the trees have been in a decaying state. This may prove a hint to assiduous gardeners to fence and shelter their wall trees with mats or boards, as they may easily do, because such annoyance is seldom of long continuance. During that summer also I observed that my apples were coddled, as it were, on the trees, so that they had no quickness of flavour, and would not keep in the winter. This circumstance puts me in mind of what I have heard travellers assert, that they never ate a good apple or apricot in the south of Europe, where the heats were so great as to render the juices vapid and insipid. The great pests of a garden are wasps, which destroy all the finer fruits just as they are coming into perfection. In 1781 we had none. In 1783 there were myriads, which would have devoured all the produce of my garden, had not we set the boys to take the nests, and caught thousands with hazel twigs tipped with birdlime. We have since employed the boys to take and destroy the large breeding wasps in the spring. Such expedients have a great effect on these marauders, and will keep them under. Though wasps do not abound but in hot summers, yet they do not prevail in every hot summer, as I have instanced in the 2 years above mentioned. In the sultry season of 1783, honeydews were so frequent as to deface and destroy the beauties of my garden. My honeysuckles, which were 1 week the most sweet and lovely objects that the eye could behold, became the next the most loathsome, being enveloped in a viscous substance and loaded with black aphids or smother flies. The occasion of this clammy appearance seems to be this, that in hot weather the effluvia of flowers in fields and meadows and gardens are drawn up in the day by a brisk evaporation, and then in the night fall down again with the dews, in which they are entangled, that the air is strongly scented, and therefore impregnated with the particles of flowers in summer weather. Our senses will inform us. And that this clammy, sweet substance is of the vegetable kind, we may learn from bees, to whom it is very grateful, and we may be assured that it falls in the night, because it is always seen first in warm, still mornings. On chalky and sandy soils, and in the hot villages about London, the thermometer has been often observed to mount as high as 83. Or 84, but with us, in this hilly and woody district, I have hardly ever seen it exceed 80, nor does it often arrive at that pitch. The reason, I conclude, is that our dense clayey soil, so much shaded by trees, is not so easily heated. Stamina. Long sentences. The reason I conclude is that Our dense clayey soil, so much shaded by trees, is not so easily heated through as those above mentioned, and besides, our mountains cause currents of air and breezes, and the vast effluvia from our woodlands temper and moderate our heats.